So Thursday is here, and we had the appointment first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock. And honestly, today has been like the best day ever. I am so happy. I am so relieved. We have a little baby in there, and I mean, it just became so much more real today for us. So we went to the doctor. It was actually our first meeting with this doctor. This is a newer doctor. And she was really cool. She was very straightforward, very direct. She didn't sugarcoat anything, which, you know, you kind of have to appreciate that, especially when it comes to pregnancy. You kind of want things to be straightforward. And it was just really cool. It was an awesome appointment. And she wasn't, when I first got there, they just took a pregnancy test, P-test. And of course those results came back positive. And then she took me in the room and examined me. I told her she was going to do a pap smear on me, but I was like, my other clinic has already done a pap smear on me, so I can, sign over papers so you can get those, so we don't have to do it again. And she's like, okay, we'll do that. But she still was down there doing an exam, and she felt my ovaries and my cervix just to make sure everything felt the way they should feel when you are pregnant. And she said everything seemed normal. I told her my concerns and that, I'm just really anxious and I want to hear the heartbeat and just make sure everything's okay and that there really is a baby in there. And she was like, well, we don't do ultrasounds on the first appointment. You'll have to schedule to come back on that because the ultrasound technician isn't here until Monday. She only comes in on Mondays. And I was like, okay, well, can we at least listen to the heartbeat? Can we do the Doppler thing? And she was like, yeah, let's do that. We'll do that. So she, put the gel on my stomach and put the Doppler thing against it. And she couldn't find the heartbeat. And she warned me beforehand. She said, your baby is still very small, so we more than likely won't be able to find a heartbeat, so don't be alarmed if we don't. And I wasn't too concerned because I've watched other girls' videos where they say they weren't able to find the heartbeat through the Doppler because the baby was still so small. So we weren't able to find the heartbeat. She could only find mine. And she was like, oh my gosh, I can tell you were so nervous. She's like, you're making me freak out. So she's like, fine. I'm going to give you an ultrasound today. I'm not going to measure the baby, but just to give you some relief and show you that the baby's okay. She's like, I'll do an ultrasound for you really quick. And Ben and I were like, thank you so much. We owe you the biggest thank you because that is all we wanted. We just wanted an ultrasound just to see the baby. So she took us in the ultrasound room and she did an ultrasound. And what was really cool is the ultrasound, machine was to the right side of me. And of course it has the little screen, but then it's connected to a flat screen TV that's on the wall. So it's a much bigger video that you can watch of the ultrasound. So I thought that was really neat. She printed off some pictures, which I'll show you guys. And the baby was so active. He or she kept moving around. The baby just kept moving its arms and legs, and it looked like the baby kept bouncing too. So that was so much fun to watch. I could have stayed there all day long and did nothing but watch that screen. It was just so cool to know that that's our baby in there growing. And it's I've always known that. I've known that I've been pregnant and that there's a baby in there, obviously. But it's today just really validated it for us, and it just made it so much more real. And it's just such a true blessing. We're just so excited about this baby. And I could get emotional about it, but it was very emotional to see that baby. And it's just such a relief. So we're really happy that, so far so good. And so, okay, let me get myself together. Okay, let me show you the pictures. All right, so she took a couple. Let me see. All right, so I don't know if this is gonna be good, if you can see it good. But this is the first picture. And this is my favorite because the baby looked right at us. And look, that's the little arm. So the baby looked right at us and was waving. So it was so cute. And then that one, I don't really know what the baby's doing. I think it's like on its back. Like I think that's the back we're looking at. And then these 3 are actually literally the same picture. She just snapped it 3 times on accident. So it was awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. So I'm sure all of you moms felt the same way with your first ultrasound. And I don't know if everybody like gets really nervous the way I was, but I felt like I was just like so worried. My mom's like, stop worrying yourself. It's going to be okay. You know, you can't worry yourself and stress yourself out because the baby's going to feel that. And I was like, I know, but I just feel like it's a normal feeling. Like I'm a first-time mom and I don't know what to expect. I haven't officially met the baby yet. You know, the baby's living in me, but I just haven't met the baby and seen it and made sure that, you know, to be able to make sure that everything's okay in there. And so I was just so nervous before, you know, this morning's appointment. I guess I was like, you know, you don't want to think negative thoughts, and that's why I didn't like talking about it. But I don't know. I don't know if that's normal. So I don't know if you guys experience that as well, you know, for your first pregnancy or maybe your second or third, you still had those feelings. I think as a mom, that's just kind of normal. So, but yeah, so I'm happy to report the good news. And, so I scheduled an appointment for Monday at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's when the technician will be there. So she will be able to do a more in-depth ultrasound, of course give more pictures, do the measurement of the baby to give us a due date, which we're really looking forward to getting, and tell me how far along I really am. But the doctor did say, you know, by checking me, doing my exam, and by the pictures of the baby, she does think that I'm about, you know, 11, 12 weeks pregnant. So we'll be able to confirm that for sure on Monday. And of course, I will update you guys on that. And I know I said I was going to try to film a little bit today, but she did did us a really big favor today by doing that ultrasound, because she really was not going to do an ultrasound today for us. So I thought that would be kind of pushing it a little bit too far if I was like, let me film this really quick. So for sure Monday though, I'll try to film it. So anyway, all right, well, I'll keep this video short and I will update you guys on Monday. All right, see ya. Bye.